Hello everyone. Welcome to my YNR 24 Spoilers channel. Holden's chaos, Tessa's move, and the murder attempt. According to spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of The Young and the Restless, there will be several surprises. Fans may anticipate an inquiry into an attempted murder from September 22nd to October 3rd. Tessa Porter, meanwhile, takes a risk. Holden Novak and Claire Grace Newman might encounter some turmoil in Los Angeles. Let's begin discussing the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera when you finish reading. Tracy Abbott is back. Let's talk about the events that will take place from September 22nd to 26th before moving on to the 2-weekers. At last, Tracy Abbott makes her way back to Genoa City. She seemed to be doing considerably better emotionally and mentally. After returning from therapy, Tracy encounters Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. As it happens, there is some history between the two. Truce by Jack Abbott. In the meantime, Kane has fired Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Billy is enraged, wants to retaliate, and is requesting Jack Abbott's assistance. Despite Jack's deep affection for his brother, Billy went too far this time. Jack will most likely say no. Victor Newman begins to think seriously about signing a peace pact with Jack during all of that. The wisdom of Victoria Newman. Regarding Victoria Newman, she will give Kyle Abbott some advice. Claire probably needs some time and a lot of space. Kyle's jealous behavior is only making matters worse. Claire will consider Holden's invitation to accompany him to Los Angeles at another location. Claire might leave with Holden if Kyle doesn't back down. But will they run afoul of the law while in Los Angeles? Lauren Baldwin also maintains her position with Michael Baldwin. Michael is probably going to come clean about Kane and Victor as a result of it. Expect Michael to be fired by Kane because Lauren will be upset. Additionally, supporters might anticipate Victor making Kane an irresistible offer. Kane genuinely simply desires the return of Lily Winters and his children. Would Victor be able to guarantee that? Daniel will also provide Tessa with updates. Junior. Tessa makes a bold move when he informs her about the encounter with Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes. Rather than accepting it or moving on, Tessa attempts to visit her partner's hotel room. The next 2 weeks, fans may witness Daniel and Tessa look for answers throughout the week of September 29th. It seems that they look into the man's attempted murder. Sharon Newman will go crazy if she receives any updates regarding Mariah. Next, a mystery involving Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, emerges. So, be prepared for both Nick and Sharon to be present for that. The drama in Los Angeles is another. If Claire consents to accompany Holden, stay tuned for the appearance of Roger Howarth's hidden character and Sienna Bacall. During the week of September 22nd, 3 shocking YNR moments occurred in Genoa City. According to spoilers for the week of September 22nd, 2025, there are 3 must-see scenes on The Young and the Restless. Fans should anticipate a daring move from Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks. Claire Grace Newman considers the proposition from Holden Novak. Additionally, Kane Ashby and Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, get back in touch. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Tracy Abbott is back. First up is Tracy, who will be returning to Genoa City. Compared to Phyllis Summers, the woman is undoubtedly far more recovered. The redhead thought Tracy was penning a story about Martin Lawrence retaliation. Tracy has been working on herself and attending treatment, though. However, when it came to Martin, Phyllis endured far more than Tracy. At any rate, there is a relationship between Tracy and Kane. That will be fascinating, then. Will Tracy be able to reach the tycoon? I wonder. The big move of Tessa Porter. She catches up with Daniel Jr. over with Tessa. Being forthright, the man acknowledges that Mariah Copeland contacted him. Tessa isn't prepared to let her wife go just yet, though. Tessa now knows why Mariah is avoiding her after finding out that she attempted to kill a man. Tessa, however, is adamant about taking a break and visiting Mariah's hotel room. Together, they ought to be navigating this. But what if Mariah refuses? The offer from Holden Novak. Another must-see event on The Young and the Restless is around Holden and Claire, according to teasers for the week of September 22nd. Holden suggests he might be able to help Claire if she needs distance in a preview clip. Holden has apparently asked Claire to accompany him on his vacation to Los Angeles. Will she agree, though, or would Kyle Abbott decide to follow them as a result? Week of September 22nd, 2025. Additionally, fans will witness Lauren Baldwin defending herself against Michael Baldwin. In addition, Audra Charles and Sally Spectra devise a scheme. Even though Sally resigned, is she still formally the CEO? Perhaps she might negotiate with Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman, change the company's name and start it as her own. The delicate balance between scandal and survival, love and treachery, familial loyalty and self-centered ambition has always been a thriving aspect of The Young and the Restless universe. It appears that the 2-week period from September 22nd to October 3rd will be no exception. 3 major pillars of drama are indicated by the spoilers and teases we have. An attempted murder that could change Genoa City's moral landscape. Tessa Porter's audacious and potentially reckless move that could decide the outcome of her marriage to Mariah Copeland, and Holden Novak's chaotic presence in both Genoa City and Los Angeles as he tries to entice Claire Grace Newman into his orbit. All of this clashes with the reappearance of classic characters like Tracy Abbott, Victor Newman's ongoing schemes, and the Abbotts' brewing animosity. It's important to carefully consider character history, narrative stakes, and the soap opera's custom of tying minor, private decisions into larger, multi-family repercussions in order to completely understand where this plot could go. Genoa City's shadows, the murder attempted. Fans are aware that The Young and the Restless never uses a flimsy story technique when it teases an attempted murder. Many decades worth of Genoa City narratives feature violent outbursts that occur out of despair, envy, or retaliation with lasting effects. This plot revolves around the mystery man, who is portrayed by Michael Swan. His presence is connected to a shadowy underworld of secrets concerning Mariah Copeland. However, viewers are not yet aware of the whole reason he was targeted. The way the attempted murder inquiry functions as a metaphor and a story device is amazing. In soap opera parlance, attempted murder is more about exposure than the actual crime. The narrative detonator is what compels characters to disclose their true selves. Mariah is forced to decide whether to keep putting Tessa at a distance because of the lingering effects of this horrific incident. Tessa's revelation that Mariah was close to the site of a terrible incident clarifies why their marriage has been in limbo. She has been concealing realities, both emotional and factual. There are also external repercussions from the attempted murder. When Sharon Newman, who has always been protective and maternal, finds out how close Mariah came to destruction, she becomes extremely alarmed. Sharon's response is typical of a soap opera, half indignation, half unwavering affection. Nick Newman, on the other hand, returns to his role as a parent and uses the crisis to try to stabilize his daughter despite his own life's constant instability. These answers not only give the crime more weight, but they also establish its familial roots, which is where Y&R always succeeds. Dramatic possibilities abound in the investigation itself. Tessa and Daniel Jr., who frequently serves as an improbable link between different groups in Genoa City, work together to find the answers. For both, this is a dangerous decision. Daniel will not back away, even if danger increases, because he possesses both his mother's stubbornness and his father's curiosity. It's more personal for Tessa, since she can't watch helplessly as Mariah drowns in secrets. Her decision to get involved in the attempted murder case is more about regaining control over her relationship than it is about seeking justice. The attempt on a man's life has already accomplished its goal. It has upset the peaceful balance and set these individuals in motion, regardless of whether the investigation finds Mariah guilty, innocent, or in the center. Tessa Porter's audacious step, chasing love. Tessa's dualities, Talent and insecurity, amorous and practical, intensely loyal and often self-destructive, have always characterized her as a person. One of the most innovative plot lines on The Young and the Restless in recent years has been her relationship with Mariah, which symbolizes visibility while simultaneously illustrating the well-known soap opera cycle of passion, treachery, forgiveness, and doubt. Tessa's decision is characterized in these spoilers as daring, probably reckless, and undoubtedly emotional. Tessa decides on the spur of the moment to head straight to Mariah's hotel room after Daniel tells her about his chat with her. This action is a combination of desperation and passion. On the one hand, it's a statement. Tessa is determined not to allow the fissures to deepen into a rift. However, there's a chance that Mariah will reject her outright, which would end the relationship forever. This is riveting because Tessa is driven by the conviction that love demands showing up even in the most difficult situations, not by a dread of loneliness. For devoted fans, it brings back memories of significant events in soap opera history where characters either restored or ruined relationships. Will Mariah perceive Tessa's presence as oppressive pressure or as the act of devotion she secretly longs for? Tessa's audacious move has consequences for her career as well. She is an artist, and honesty is essential to the creation of art. She runs the risk of appending her own professional path by choosing love over avoidance. Tessa might feel rejuvenated and write songs with unvarnished honesty if Mariah gives her a hug. Heartbreak might either impair her artistic abilities or inspire them to become brilliant if Mariah pushes her away. This plotline has the potential to provide Kate Fairbanks, Tessa, with a wealth of material to play, scenes full of messy vulnerability that remind viewers why they support this relationship even when it seems impossible. Personal and professional arcs overlapping are a great way for soap operas to succeed. Holden Novak's Chaos, A Storm in Los Angeles. The wild card in all of this is Holden Novak. He is portrayed by Nathan Owens and radiates charm on top of peril. On the surface, Holden's invitation to Claire Grace Newman to move to Los Angeles seems like a straightforward getaway. But fans are aware that Holden rarely acts without ulterior intentions. Claire is the type of woman who might be tempted by the prospect of reinvention because she is still brittle following her tumultuous arrival in Genoa City and her tense relationship with Kyle Abbott. Holden's offer is seductive because it promises her a break from the drama, but paradoxically, it throws her into even more turmoil. The Young and the Restless could explore new ground with the Los Angeles plotline. Holden becomes the link between Genoa City's primary cast and a fresh wave of intrigue by traveling into the orbit of another city, where Roger Howarth's hidden character waits and Sienna Bacall is scheduled to make her debut. Even if his first objective is just companionship, turmoil will ensue because he feeds on disruption. The situation could get much more complicated if Kyle Abbott, who is obviously unable to contain his envy, follows Claire to Los Angeles. The next chapter of her story could be defined by this triangle: Kyle trapped by Holden's possessiveness, Claire tempted by his danger. Additionally, Holden's turmoil offers conceptual relevance. Los Angeles provides a different kind of turmoil, the chaos of temptation, reinvention, and beauty, whereas Genoa City is dealing with the physical chaos of attempted murder. The danger of venturing beyond of one's comfort zone is personified by Holden. His plot poses the age-old soap opera question: is it preferable to go into the unknown, even if it means your demise, or to remain entrenched in messy stability? Holden is both a threat and a motivator for Claire, who has worked hard to reinvent herself following a difficult past. Whether she will come out stronger or more broken is the suspenseful part. The intersection of Tracy, Jack, and Billy Abbott. The Abbotts continue to play a key role in all of this. There's more to Tracy Abbott's comeback than nostalgia. As a character, she stands for wisdom and healing, providing a stable counterweight to her siblings' careless decisions. Interesting possibilities are hinted at by her past relationship with Kane Ashby, as he struggles for control and holds onto the hope of getting back together with Lily Winters. Could she be the one to smooth his edges or at the very least offer some perspective? Tracy's presence is significant since she possesses a special talent for using honesty to disarm people. Tracy's focus on therapy and self-work places her as a mirror. She reflects back to people the truth they frequently don't want to see, whereas Phyllis Summers misinterpreted her recovery process and thought she was planning retaliation. Billy Abbott, on the other hand, takes a more recognizable turn. Billy is consumed by a thirst for vengeance after Kane forced him out. His appeal for Jack's cooperation is moving because it emphasizes the Abbott brothers' constant tug-of-war. Jack's struggle to strike a balance between devotion and reason, Billy's need for approval. Jack's character is given depth by his choice to turn down Billy's plan, particularly as he considers a ceasefire with Victor. Jack has grown up and realized that not every conflict is worthwhile. In addition to denying Billy, his rejection validates Jack's personal development. However, soap opera viewers are aware that Billy rarely chooses calm when he feels surrounded. Tracy, the voice of compassion and reason, is caught in the center of another Abbott implosion. Victor Newman's schemes. Without Victor Newman's influence, no plot on the young and the restless would be complete. Another layer is added here by his contemplation of a truce with Jack and his possible agreement with Kane. Victor functions on two levels, strategic and personal. Personally, he is aware that his family needs stability and that fighting the Abbotts nonstop just saps his strength. Every alliance is commercial, and every ceasefire is short-lived from a strategic standpoint. Victor uses Kane's dangling offer to help him get back together with Lily and his kids, demonstrating how he takes advantage of emotional weaknesses to win devotion. This is attractive bait for Kane, whose grief over Lily has never fully gone away. The question is whether Kane will once more become a pawn in a bigger Newman game, or if Victor will truly deliver. Growing threads, the network of links. The connections between all of the storylines, even if they are only loosely related, are what give this 2-week spoiler arc its unique depth. Mariah, Tessa, Daniel, Sharon, and Nick are all involved in a high-stakes investigation because of the attempted murder. Holden's mayhem engulfs Claire, Kyle, and eventually newcomers from Los Angeles. Kane, whose future might depend on Victor's manipulation, is impacted by Tracy's homecoming. Beneath it all is the simmering sibling rivalry between Billy and Jack, which threatens to upend any tenuous calm. This interconnectedness is what makes the young and the restless so beautiful. No plot occurs in a vacuum. Multiple families are affected when a single individual takes an action, such as pulling a trigger, arriving at a hotel room, or inviting someone to another city. Looking ahead, potential results. Fans can expect various possible results as these tales develop. The inquiry into the attempted murder may reveal startling facts that could be connected to more extensive plots involving the elite of Genoa City. Tessa's daring action can either rekindle Mariah as a power couple or lead to their tragic breakup. A new age of cross-city drama might be ushered in by Holden's upheaval, taking the young and the restless beyond its conventional bounds. Tracy's calming influence has the power to either make Kane better or show how unredeemable he is. If either Jack or Victor betrays the other, their shaky ceasefire could either stabilize the city or blow up in a big way. The tension lies not only in the events, but also in the way these storylines will intersect and reinterpret the people we have been following for years. During the week of September 22nd, 2025, which narrative are you most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To find out what happens next, keep watching the soap opera on CBS or Paramount.